into your space, why not try some tropical decor? We've got Tamara Robbins Griffith here. I love the space. We are calling it Hot Havana style, and I think that is so appropriate, but it's not obvious the way it all comes together, is it?
No, we're kind of interpreting it in a different way. Than maybe your jumpsuit or your outfit looks beautiful,
Thank you.
It's less about those bright florals and pink flamingos and more, because we're inspired by Havana, it's a little more urban and a little grittier. And I'm going to show you how to get the look on a budget.
Okay, so let's start. Why don't we start with the palette? The color palette is it's warm. There's a lot of caramels, a lot of warm woods.
So lots of different shades of green, of course, coming through, and then this kind of saffron or tobacco yellow. And it's grounded with blacks and rich browns as well. So those are important because part of what that does is it makes the look perennial. I mean, we're excited about this for spring, but if you love this look, you could do this in your place, and then it looks just as natural in the fall or even winter.
That's right. You're not going to be stuck with one season if you have this.
Right. And then I also think the greens really act as a bit of a neutral, especially this shade of green. I mean, think outside the box when you're buying a sofa because it doesn't have to be beige or gray or cream. Like this is a great sofa. It's only $600 and I think it's a very livable color.
Yes, I find that people more recently are starting to think outside of the box when it comes to their sofas. This is an investment piece, so sometimes you want to just stick with the traditional color palette. Right. But you can have some fun and then they function as a neutral.
Yeah, I think so. I think it's a great color. So then in terms of the pattern too, someone said to me before the show, keep palm and carry on. So had to repeat that one. But these palm leaves are totally like an important part of the look. Yes. And so it could be banana leaves, monstera palms. You'll see that. And it's not all so literal. So even the lines in this rug, it could be a bit of a tribal pattern, but it could also be the patterns in a leaf. Yes. And then of course, we also have some bone inlay, which creates pattern and the wood grain and things like that. So really love that. Look for these. And then in terms of the style, you know, we've talked about the fact that it's not so predictable or typical. You don't want to be like a tropical cliche. Right. This is kind of an urban look. You could picture this in a condo, small space living. And so we've mixed some of those elements that are more obviously tropical, the woven materials and the texture, but then also with very contemporary bookshelves, modern chairs, and so that helps keep the look fresh. Yes. And make it something that you can easily see in your apartment or space that's not at a resort.
So the bricks on the wall, is that a big decal? Is that wallpaper?
So that's wallpaper.
I like that, and it's not the typical. It's not you didn't do the palm wallpaper. No. It doesn't have to be a tropical cliche.
Because we picture this very much like urban living. Even the small space like side table, you don't need a big coffee table. Right. You can choose a couple of great side tables, put one in the middle, lots of space to walk around. And then I also think there's a good mix of masculine, feminine details in here. So the leather and the dark woods and metals a bit more masculine, and then the gold touches and the glass, you know, a little bit of sparkle to bring that femininity as well.
It is a hard balance to strike. That sort of masculine, feminine decor, and like having a room that doesn't scream, well, that's his room, or that's her room. This is nice for everyone. And you know, it's fun that people are finally thinking outside the box when it comes to easy things like cushions. Some of us, this is the only thing we change from season to season. Like we're not going out and getting a new room because it's summer. So you can have some fun with your cushions. None of these match. That's a big step for some of us.
You don't need a pair. You don't always need a pair. Now, we have a lot of texture in this room as well, and that's part of the look. The woven textures, the natural materials, the jute rug. Also, the plants bring a lot of texture into the space. They're all faux. Every single one of these plants is not real. So, you know, just to prove a point. And that one is especially good.
Yeah, it is.
Now, when you talk about the texture, could be a lot of macrame, crochet. This rug, too, I love. So this round rug on the floor, $40. We've layered it because this is a layered look, but it could look really great hanging on the wall as well.
I agree 100%.